Tell a story about a memorable dealing you've had in 2022. Oh, geez. I think the most memorable dealings and actually like where myself and my team shines are the deals that have to deal with death, divorce, and out-of-town buyers and sellers. Hi, my name is Ryan Vandale. I am with eXp Realty. I run the Vandale Group team, and I bring you videos like this every single week to keep you in tune with what's going on in the Quad Cities, as well as giving you helpful tips and tricks when it comes to real estate, whether you are buying, selling, investing, or just want general knowledge. If you happen to find this video useful, or any of my videos for that matter, please hit the like button and subscribe so we can keep you in touch and in tune with what's going on in the real estate market in the Quad Cities. So once again, death, divorce, out-of-town buyers and sellers. Luckily in 2022, there weren't too many deaths and divorces that I did work with. Usually it's a lot higher than this. In 2022, I had two clients that I was working with the sale of their house because of a death in the family, and only 3 divorced couples last year, which is down tremendously. The year before, and I don't know if it was from COVID or not, but oh, shoot, I had 12 clients that were through divorce. And in 2022, we had 15 out-of-town buyers and sellers. So I say that's where we really shine, because when you're in town and you don't have any extra stressors like death or divorce going on, transaction can be pretty smooth. I mean, it can be treacherous as well, but I mean, for the most part, they're a lot smoother than, if you're dealing with a death, divorce, or you're out of town throughout the process. One situation from last year that really stands out is I had a client that had purchased a single family home, had just downsized from a larger house and was barely moved in, and unfortunately got the news that her mother had a stroke. And so within about a month of actually moving in, we had to sell her house so she can move in with her mother. Luckily, I have in place a program called Love It or Leave It, which if you have to move out of your home within the first 12 months of buying a house, there is a reduced commission in order to sell your home at that time. If that's something that interests you, please comment or direct message me about that, and I can give you more details about that later. But this particular instance, we got her house sold in record time, multiple offers. She moved into her mother's condo, and then they had decided that it was a good idea to build a villa that they can both live in together. So we got them hooked up with an absolute phenomenal builder, and we had everything put in place to start building their villa, and they had put down just under $100,000 non-refundable deposit. And then tragedy struck. The house was already started, foundation was in, I think they had framing already done, and unfortunately her mother passed away. That dramatically changed plans for finishing the build and moving into that home because it was no longer needed. And my client, decided that she was just going to walk away. And I'm thinking, wow, like just under $100,000 is a lot of money to walk away from. So fortunately, I was able to work out with the builder a way that I can work with him and their agent that represented him to sell that house. And if we were to sell it to another person, we could get her most of her deposit back. I mean, it was a large chunk, like barely anything taken off. And luckily, with the help of his agent as well, we got that done and she got her money back, which was a huge stress off of her mind. Then after all of that, she decided that she did not want to be in that condo anymore that she was at with her mother, and needed to sell that and coordinate a move out of the area about an hour and a half away from here. And with our help, we were able to hook her up with an appropriate agent in that market, found her a house immediately, got that condo under contract in record time, and was able to help out to where there was barely any stress and everything was pretty seamless. So I guess like I like to say that I excel in these situations because even when I was younger, like when it came to school and doing homework and whatnot, I felt like I could never retain any information unless I had like a TV on, I had like headphones on, listening to music, and I was like reading a book or like taking notes. Like if I didn't have chaos going on around me, like I didn't retain anything. And I feel like the same thing goes with real estate. Like if I'm working with like one person, it's so hard because I need that multiple distraction going on. So having, multiple people involved, whether, if it's a death situation where I'm dealing with like probate attorneys and multiple family members, or divorce where I'm working with two different attorneys, a divorce decree, and two people that, may or may not get along right now. But I'm able to, work with the attorneys, find out what is going to be the legal split of property through their decree, and be that level-headed person in the middle that abides by the letter of the law, and makes it so I am not picking sides. I'm a neutral third party, and help in that difficult transaction, because divorces, it can be ridiculously hard. Some of them have been really easy, but some of them have been like, pretty difficult. But I seem to excel pretty well at that. I've been through 2 divorces myself, so I do understand like the ins and outs and the rules when it comes to Iowa and Illinois. So it puts me in a good position to help handle those situations. And then out of town sellers and buyers, I mean, obviously that's difficult as is because nobody's here in the Quad Cities. And, we have to manage virtual showings. We have to manage, doing paperwork and finding like notaries and like everything to like handle all that outside of the area work. And the more that I have to work with, like the better I'm able to concentrate and just excel at it. And then you add on multiple transactions at the same time, and that's like gold to me. Like I love it. So those challenging deals are definitely my favorite, and that was probably my most memorable transaction of that year. And if you're watching this and you have a property to sell through a death, or you're getting a divorce, unfortunately, and you just want to have a chat, feel free to give me a call. My contact information is down below in the comments, and I look forward to talking to you.